Fox News alert, President Trump making it very clear that if America has to get involved in Iran, it'll end on our terms.
Oh, boy.
And it looks like he's preparing for any scenario.
To be fair, that's smart. I mean, you shouldn't rule anything out, but at the same time, when you say that, it's going to stress people out because they're going to think that you're talking about dropping a nuclear bomb or starting a ground invasion.
4B Doomsday plane just made an unexpected flight to D.C. The $500 million aircraft was designed to withstand nuclear blasts and keep top government officials safe when threats are off the charts. And it landed at Joint Base Andrews under the cover of night on Tuesday.
I didn't even know this existed. I've never even heard of this before. There's something called a Doomsday Plan? What?
Right now, the United States has 2 destroyers anchored in the Mediterranean, the USS Sullivans and the USS Thomas Hudner. Both of these $100 million platforms have been shooting down Iranian missiles. To the south is a carrier strike group, the USS Carl Vinson in the Arabian Sea just off the coast of Iran, flanked by 4 warships providing security to U.S. bases in the region, and a super carrier, the USS Gerald Ford.
That's a long one.
It's on its way and should be on the scene soon. Dozens of F-16s have been repositioned from Italy to the Saudi Arabia.
So he got everybody in position for this shit. Like this could just pop off at any time.
Base.
Yeah.
And F-22s and F-35s are on their way.
Yeah, everything's locked in.
Now, if we're going to drop bunker busters on the Iranian nuke site, it'll be done by B-2 stealth bombers. These aren't officially in the region, but sources tell Primetime they've seen tactical movement in the last 24 hours. This is a major moment for Trump, and he's aware that his legacy is on the line. Quote,
I do think this is, it's the same as like with Bush. Like, if you think about Bush, you think about 2 things, September 11th and Iraq. That's it. Like, anything else he did or whatever, not relevant. It's mainly these 2 things.
He is in his last term of his
presidency.
Why did he
do it?
He may or may not see a window to do something that is something he's always believed is right and is important for the world and has the added benefit of being legacy building. And this is a window. It's never existed before. It will likely never exist again insofar as he can do anything about it.
Yeah,
so while he has that window, he's going to take a shot, even if it is not something that everybody agrees with. Now, the president says he hasn't made up his mind, and he's keeping his options open, and we believe that. Iran's foreign minister is flying to Switzerland for talks with the Europeans tomorrow. 47's offering them one last chance.
Regarding the ongoing situation in Iran, I know there has been a lot of speculation amongst all of you in the media regarding the president's decision-making and whether or not the United States will be directly involved. In light of that news, I have a message directly from the president, and I quote,
what do you say?
Based on the fact that there's a substantial chance of negotiations that may or may not take place with Iran in the near future, I will make my decision whether or not to go within the next 2 weeks.
You said yesterday, yeah.
This could be Trump giving the Ayatollah a final olive branch, or it could be a pump fake, and we could go in tomorrow. And
exactly, yeah. There's no way. Nobody knows what Trump is going to do. I actually believe, I don't even, and by nobody, I'm also including Trump in that list. Nobody, not even he knows. I mean, yes, I think that to a degree, there's a degree of like tactical, acumen that's involved with that. But damn, it's a little stressful, huh?
2 weeks from today is July 4th.
Expect the unexpected.
Maybe Trump's planning for fireworks halfway around the world. We don't know. The CIA director told lawmakers Iran's locked and loaded, and their nuke program's at the goal line. Quote, it's like saying a football team marched 99 yards down the field, got to the 1 yard line, and they don't have the intention to score.
Yeah, of course they're trying to make a bomb.
The CIA told us things before the Iraq War that turned out not to be true.
That's bullshit.
The difference is this time, the inspectors have seen the program. We've all seen the program, and the Israelis see everything. There's no question the Iran nuclear program is alive and active. The only question is how long it'll take them to nuke up when they get the go-ahead. Now, Iran is the world's lead sponsor of terror. And with a nuclear weapon...
See, that's one of the things I wish people would understand is that even if you think Iran doesn't do anything bad, they pay a bunch of people that do. And so, like, I mean, how do you have, like, one country that's, like, constantly giving out money to, like, all of these terrorist groups all the time and not realize that, like, maybe that's a bad thing? Yeah, it's pretty bad. Yeah, that's already... America does that too? I mean, but the thing is, like, isn't it bad, period, though? Like, so, like, if America does that too, doesn't it mean that, like, we're both bad? It's not like it means it's good, right? Like, do you expect me to, like, go and say, like, oh, no, it's good when we do it and bad when they do it? No, obviously I wouldn't support that. That's dumb. But the fact is that it's bad if they're doing it, period. Take out the regime, you take out hundreds of terrorist groups? Yeah, but you also create hundreds more. And that's the reason why they haven't done it. That's obviously the reason why. You don't want to cut off the head of Hydra. It might be 2 more heads that come out.
It could hold the world hostage. Not to mention, they control the shipping lanes
that's obviously
where
why.
a third of the world's oil goes through. If President Trump does decide to drop bunker busters on their nuke site, we're not going to sit back and let the Iranians retaliate.
No.
So there has to be a massive air campaign that goes along with this. We'd have to knock out Iran's ballistic missile stockpiles and any offensive capability. So we're not sitting ducks. There's probably a rich target list that Trump would have to approve. The Guardian reported Trump was getting cold feet, worried about the effectiveness of bunker busters and not willing to use tactical nukes. But the White House tells Fox that's not true. Everything's on the table.
Oh my God. The tactical nukes, Jesus Christ. No, bro, like, how do you say that? How do you say that? I mean, he's probably just posturing and saying this is like, yes, obviously, you know, there's a situation we might do this. Like, it's probably not likely. But still, man, did you really have to say that?
Even tactical nukes.
Wow.
The big question is if the United States does target Iran, what happens next? The White House isn't considering boots on the ground. Iran's 3 times the size of Texas and surrounded by mountains.
Well, they're bigger than... well, fuck Iran.
Invading Iran by land,
they're 3
almost
times
impossible.
bigger than
and
Texas.
Here's why. To the west, the Zagros Mountains, a rocky wall with narrow passes,
What the fuck?
easy to defend, hard to attack. To the north, the Elburz Mountains, rising like a shield beside the Caspian Sea. To the east, more rugged mountains near Afghanistan and Pakistan. Still no easy entry. And in the middle, 2 deadly deserts, Dashti Kavir and Dashti Lut. Scorching heat, salt flats, sand that swallows tanks, mountains, deserts, bottlenecks. Iran...
Who the fuck went over there like 3,000 years ago and said, oh, this seems like a good place to stay? Bro, fuck that.
is a natural fortress, and that's why invading Iran by land is a military nightmare.
Iran's different than Iraq because you wouldn't have legions of foreign fighters pouring into the country to target Americans.
Well, I mean, that's different.
Because there won't be any Americans there, and 2, good luck getting in. The war is escalating quickly. Last night, an Iranian missile struck an Israeli hospital.
Yeah, we saw this.
Israel's calling it a war crime. And its defense minister says the Ayatollah...
Bullshit. If Israel's calling it a war crime, they've committed so many war crimes. I don't even know why they would say that.
...can no longer continue to exist. Israel just destroyed a nuclear reactor, which was producing plutonium. And no one's coming to the Ayatollah's side. Hezbollah hasn't fired a single missile since the start of the campaign.
If I was them, if I was Iran, I would be fucking furious. It's like, we funded your terrorist org for years. And now the one time that we need help, you're acting like, oh, you're not going to pick up the phone. Really? It's insane.
The Shiites haven't targeted American military bases in Iraq. And the Houthis in Yemen have been quiet. The Ayatollah is all alone, hiding in a bunker. His nuclear scientists and generals all assassinated. He's 86 years old.
It's crazy, honestly, that they killed all of those people. Like pretty much every single one that was in charge, they killed them. That's nuts.
He's ruled Iran with an iron fist for over 3 decades.
They're scared of their
The
phones
man's
now,
a
no more
proud,
pagers.
stubborn,
yeah, I would be too.
revolutionary. Something
Shit.
tells me he's going to go down fighting. Now, if the United States neutralizes his nukes and his missiles, is he still able to wield power? The Iranian economy is a disaster. He can't protect his people. He's mistreated them for years. So the streets will start to teeter. It's possible he hangs on.
See, that's the best case scenario, by the way, is that we shut down we cut off enough heads that their leadership is so divided that the people are able to overthrow them and create a new government to replace this guy. That's the best case scenario.
But a coup is likely. Or does Trump greenlight Israel to take him out?
If the Ayatollah stays in command, he will retaliate, and they will.
Israel will kill him.
Activate sleeper cells.
Israel's going to kill him.
Now,
Just guaranteed.
we don't know that. But we have to use a light touch. This is delicate. We don't have a problem with the Iranian people. We have a problem with the regime. An unarmed Iran that's not an arch enemy of the United States could lead to the region uniting under American sponsorship and give us major leverage over the Chinese,
The United States of the Middle East,
who import almost all of their oil. The risk is being too ambitious and not grounded in reality. There's also a risk of doing nothing. There's downside to everything. Sleeper cells could activate, cyber attacks, terror attacks, slippery slopes.
Well, I mean, they've already funded terrorism like how many fucking ways? I mean, it's obvious these guys are bad actors, right? I mean, like, it's anybody that's like, oh, well, let's just not do anything about it. It's like, okay, well, like, then they're just going to do something else bad again, right? I mean, you're not doing yourself any favors there.
Donald Trump's deliberately and carefully calibrating each of these scenarios. And we elected him for moments like this.
Define bad things, funding terrorist groups that kill civilians on purpose. Like on a regular basis.
It all comes down to one thing.
Like, that would be it.
Trust in President Trump. President Trump has incredible instincts, and President Trump kept America and the world safe in his first term as president in implementing a peace through strength foreign policy agenda. And with respect to Iran, nobody should be surprised by the president's position that Iran absolutely cannot obtain a nuclear weapon. He's been unequivocally clear about this for decades, not just as president, not just as a presidential candidate, but also as a private citizen.
Click here to subscribe.
Yeah, no, obviously, right. I mean, I think people are fucking tired of that shit in general. And there's a chance that, and this is what seems like it might happen. I don't necessarily know if it will. I guess we're going to find out.